judge overseeing a legal battle between actress Blake Lively and director Justin Baldoni has threatened to move up their trial date if the war of words they are conducting via the...
Reports suggest that Justin may have obtained a series of explosive recordings that could seriously impact Blake Lively's marriage. According to insiders, these tapes allegedly contain private conversations and details hinting at a secret connection between Blake and Justin, revelations that could cause a major stir across Hollywood if they ever reach the public eye. Many are now questioning whether this is all a strategic publicity move or if Justin is actually preparing to reveal information that could dismantle everything Blake has worked for. Things took an unexpected turn when leaked voice memos and text messages, not included in the official lawsuit, began circulating online. While these files don't come from court records, those familiar with the situation claim their contents are highly damaging. The material reportedly portrays Blake and Justin's relationship in a way that contradicts the public narrative, suggesting there's far more to their story than anyone realized. Adding to the controversy, previously unseen on-set footage has emerged, appearing to challenge several statements Blake made in her legal filings. Sources say this footage is now being secured as evidence for the upcoming trial, setting the stage for a potentially explosive courtroom showdown. Observers warn that if this continues, Blake could find herself caught in a relentless media storm reminiscent of some of Hollywood's most notorious public scandals. To complicate matters further, there are claims that Blake attempted to leverage her influence behind the scenes. Reports allege she reached out to high-profile allies, including Taylor Swift and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, urging them to pressure Justin and Sony Pictures. The supposed message was clear: without her control over the project, there would be no promotion, no celebrity support, and a complete media freeze surrounding the film. The full story is far more tangled than anyone imagined. Back in 2019, author Colleen Hoover, the mind behind the best-selling novel, sold the film rights to Justin Baldoni and personally endorsed him to play the lead role of Ryle. At the time, Hoover and Baldoni shared a close friendship, and she was deeply involved in shaping the screenplay. Even after early controversy emerged, she continued to promote the project at Justin's side, a move that raised eyebrows once later allegations surfaced. Things took an unexpected turn when Blake Lively entered the picture. After filing and then suddenly withdrawing her lawsuit, Hoover publicly shifted her support toward Blake through social media. This came right after that widely circulated interview clip, suggesting fractures behind the scenes were already deepening. Reports claim Blake had wanted final say over the film's editing, but when she discovered she wouldn't have complete creative control, she allegedly refused to promote the movie. That's when speculation about her true motives began to grow and questions surfaced about why Justin was being pushed aside. Throughout this time, Justin continued to praise Blake in interviews and press events, calling her talented and dedicated. Meanwhile, Blake appeared to consolidate control. She reportedly began restricting Justin's creative input, took charge of post-production decisions, and even influenced marketing strategy. Insiders claim she also managed to turn Colleen Hoover's loyalty in her favor. Despite all this, Justin remained publicly silent, offering no criticism. Privately, leaked messages revealed that Blake had once thanked him repeatedly for his support and collaboration, sentiments that were never echoed publicly. Then came the more serious allegations surrounding conduct during intimate scenes. Blake accused Justin of overstepping professional boundaries, claiming he improvised too much and extended physical contact beyond what was necessary. However, production notes show there were only 2 scripted kissing scenes before filming paused. When it resumed, Blake returned with a series of new demands and allegedly declined to meet with the intimacy coordinator, a puzzling decision for someone voicing such concerns.
Or even the intimacy coordinator in some of the sexier scenes. Like we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear that you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy coordinators, which we did have. Thank goodness.
You were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you seen this?
That clip?
I actually just saw it too. It was on Instagram yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that romance is really important. You're supposed to, tell a story, well and make people feel, but you're also supposed to do it in a way that, is like safe and respectful for all. I guess that's the role of intimacy coordination. But, when I think of my involvement in the film, I don't really see that as the thing that I.
That may also explain why Colleen Hoover ultimately appeared to side with Blake. After Blake assumed greater control in the editing room, Hoover was reportedly invited to assist in finalizing the film. But questions linger. If Hoover had once championed Justin's script as exceptional, why were so many lines and scenes being rewritten on set? Observers believe the issue wasn't safety, it was control. Behind the scenes, tensions escalated. Evidence began surfacing that undermined Blake's harassment claims and contradicted portions of her lawsuit. According to production insiders, Justin had in fact followed all industry protocols, including consultations with the intimacy coordinator. Meanwhile, Blake's refusal to do the same raised concerns about the consistency of her narrative. Justin's team reportedly documented everything from production memos to text exchanges, building a paper trail that challenges her accusations. One notable turning point involved the casting of young Lily, eventually given to actress Isabella Ferrer. While Justin had discovered and championed her, sources claim that final approval came after Blake received encouragement from Taylor Swift, who believed Isabella was perfect for the role.
We are just such similar people already that I actually didn't feel like I had to do that much to tap into those mannerisms.
I'm moving to Capri and Isabella's going to take over my whole life now. Because I realize I can just peace and no one will notice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It'll just be me from
She's
now on.
inherited 4 children, an amazing husband. It's
So
going to be great.
Despite Justin being the one who found Isabella Ferrer and advocated for her from the start, his influence in the casting process was quietly downplayed. He supported her publicly and privately, while Isabella expressed her gratitude behind closed doors but stayed publicly aligned with Blake once promotion began. Though Isabella's scenes were exclusively with Justin, she quickly became part of Blake's social circle, styled for red carpets, invited to premieres, and even spotted visiting film sets with Ryan Reynolds. What seemed like mentorship looked, to some, more like strategic positioning. By that stage, Blake and Colleen Hoover had assumed near-total creative authority. During production, Blake and Ryan reportedly began rewriting dialogue on set, something rarely approved for actors. She portrayed herself as an artist finally being heard, convincing Justin to let her rework a pivotal rooftop sequence, claiming Ryan and Taylor Swift loved her version. From that moment, Blake's influence expanded rapidly. She adjusted scripts mid-shoot, guided marketing plans, and began second-guessing Justin's directorial calls. Then the controversy over body-shaming erupted. According to text records, the situation began when Justin privately asked Blake's trainer about her weight, not as a personal remark but for safety reasons tied to a lifting scene, since he suffers from chronic back pain. The next day, Justin was summoned to Blake and Ryan's home, where Ryan reportedly confronted him angrily. Justin apologized immediately and agreed to remove the lift scene entirely. What began as a routine production query soon spiraled into accusations of body-related misconduct. Later, Blake alleged that Justin connected her with a weight loss specialist in another act of shaming, but messages show otherwise. He had simply referred her to a gut health expert after she mentioned health concerns. His tone was consistently supportive, even reassuring her that she looked great and could delay any scene until she felt comfortable. In contrast, her own joking messages about post-pregnancy weight were later reframed as evidence against him. In the aftermath, her trainer quietly edited old social media posts, publicly reaffirming loyalty to Blake and distancing himself from Justin. Meanwhile, Justin's legal team compiled over 160 pages of emails and messages that tell a very different story, one of patience and professionalism on his part, and calculated maneuvering on hers. The dispute deepened when Blake requested full access to behind-the-scenes footage, an uncommon demand for actors. Justin initially complied but later declined additional requests, prompting Blake to escalate matters legally. Soon, her attorneys and Ryan Reynolds were reportedly involved, pressuring the studio and effectively halting production. The most striking contradiction came from the so-called harassment footage. In the raw, unedited clips, Justin and Blake are seen acting professionally, following direction, and even laughing between takes. In one scene, it was reportedly Blake who suggested adding more physical interaction to make the moment feel authentic. Step by step, Blake's influence appeared to reshape the film entirely. From reworking scripts and drawing in Colleen Hoover to mentoring Isabella Ferrer and leveraging Ryan's support, she built a powerful network that effectively sidelined Justin. By the time the final trailer was released, the director's creative fingerprint had nearly vanished. Now, with internal communications and raw footage emerging, the once quiet director seems ready to speak. The legal battle ahead could uncover the full extent of what transpired, from creative disputes to contractual power plays. And as new details continue to surface, many in the industry are questioning whether this was ever just about boundaries, or whether it was about consolidating control. Behind every headline lies a deeper game of influence, image, and ambition, and this one may redefine how Hollywood handles power behind the camera.